and we're going to be on Tiger Auctions channel, and we're going to be talking about auctions. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? It's all about the auctions, okay? So, the first one I always want to talk on here. You don't always get the chance to see what an auction was. So a lot of companies, right? One thing that they do is when the auctions are done, they remove it. I mean, all these pictures, sometimes videos can they really the data. I mean, honestly, I've been struggling with some things here lately, but it's the amount of space that these things take up to store all of these videos. Because if you're doing it, if you're a business, you got this thing going in 4K, and next thing you know, there's 5 gigs, 10 gigs, 20, 30, because it's just it's ginormous. I mean, some of these auctions got 2,000 items. I mean, you're gonna suck the life out of your storage in minutes. Okay, let's online bidding. Where are we at here? Rogers, Heritage, Farm. Okay, sorry. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay, so the worst part about this channel is you can't automatically default. I want my picture to go up to that upper corner up here in a picture in picture and stay there when I'm sharing a screen. This is a turd and a half, people. Let me tell you. Now they got me at the bottom. Before I was at the top, now I'm at the bottom, and I don't get an option on it. Just anyway. All right, so the thing I wanted to go over this here for a few moments. um Now this is Worley, Penny Worley Auctioneers, and they're here in Cincinnati, and somehow I kicked myself out. Okay, sorry. I don't get it. All right. Enter auction. Here we go. All right. So they had 174 items. This auction actually, okay. So this went off right before Thanksgiving. So you got a Bobcat here, a 23 Bobcat, 8,500 bucks. Um, I'm not sure of their rates. I'm not going to back out to see that. But I mean, let's just say 25%. It's kind of the norm with a bidder's premium plus taxes. Okay, so this was a rental place, and I'm gonna tell you, I got excited seeing this, but then I just realized here a few minutes ago that this auction had ended. Like, oh, come on, man. I missed this one. Yes, sir, buddy, you did. All right. Now come on, man. You got this ride on asphalt roller. Okay. Now come on, people. Who does not want to ride on this sucker and just like in the cartoons, they just rolling over those people and smashing them down, and um it goes 2 miles an hour, but hey, you know what? Trencher, 2,200 bucks, right? Uh, this light system, 880 bucks. Um, okay, here's a big jackhammer, all of this stuff. Now, I'm interested in the other stuff, to be honest with you, um, that I can take and put down um, on my truck and take home, right? That's what I'm more interested in. Um, let's see here. Do I need to find my YouTube thing here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so now I just got this up in case I get any chats here. Who knows? Trying to make this stuff really, I'd like this to be a daily thing, right? Okay, D Thatcher. Um, Classen's a high-end name right there. Okay, that part, that's cool. Um, Robin Welder generator. Man. Huh. $88. Sod cutter. Okay, here you go. I'll tell you what, these suckers here, that's got the Honda engine in it. People, for whatever, I think it's just the fact that they like that because it's long, they can lift it up and roll it on, take it to their truck, take it to their trailer, and go home when they're done. And so they always on all the auctions, all the other brands, those things always have a good value. Um, Snakes. Um, this pressure washer, I don't know, doesn't look so hot. Um, an aerator, man, that's a big one. Um, okay, so obviously these people grow sod. Um, Fostoria lights, okay, those are cool. Everybody's got these suckers here. $100 for this. Um, I'm not sure on the output, but it's propane, 150,000. Wallpaper stripper, um, sandblaster, hmm, disc grinder. Now this sucker here, this here, when I saw this, I'm thinking, yeah, I've always got people that are looking for stuff. Okay, here you go, big hole diggers, 366, bucket, tooth bucket. Oh, that's cool right there, buddy. I like that. $200. Okay. Oh, wow. Now, this is a cool stove. This is an old style stove, but somebody probably had this refinished, you know. Nice, nice, nice. Kerosene heater, $150. Um, Propane heater. Man. Snowblower. This is what this is what I wanted right here. I wanted the floor scrubber, SX silver. These are always these drum sanders, man. Um, those I love those things. Uh, Cherry Hill, um, a silver line sander. Um, I'm not sure. Okay, a lot of tools. Water hoses, man. Okay. Oh, this is 2 pages. Um, Dehumidifiers. For whatever dehumidifiers always bring money. I mean, oh man, that would have been, I would love to have that. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something, people. You always you snub your nose up at stuff and go, man, who would do it? Man, I'm sitting there, I'm with you on that, and all of a sudden I see this little Coke rack. Oh my God. Because as kids, you remember those things that so I grew up in the 70s, and going to town was a treat. And when you used to see things, it was a treat to get to go get those things. So, uh, that's nostalgia, and let me tell you something, nostalgia has value. Man, all these clamps for water lines, a paint striper, not stripper. Gotta remember that big difference, big, big difference in that. Um, dollies, a blower, man, I haven't seen one of them. Okay, so here's something else that this is something that got me. Okay, now I think I glossed over this stuff really quick, and I went to the bottom. A snow plow, right? And I understand, you're getting what you're getting, 108 $20. So you got 150 or so in that thing. Floor mats, so um, okay, here's your rack, your pallet rack. That went for about $100, which, that's okay. Um, wow, okay. That was cool. I like that. All right, let's get off of you. All right, so let me switch into screens here. Okay, so this one, let me tell you, folks, that there's some things, um, you know, I, I've I've been around a few businesses. I've not been, um, I think we're like anybody. You're going to have a couple jobs in your life. So depending on where you're at, what you see, what you get exposed to, and this is where this stuff comes into play because you turn around and you see some things and you go, well, I remember I've seen these, where I used to work. Okay. And so, uh, a lot of this is what we got here. So Pharma Tech Industries, okay, and they are out of Royston, Georgia. Don't know where that is. I do know that 30309 is Buckhead, Georgia, North Atlanta, right? And so somewhere in there. Um, anyway, so for whatever reason, they're auctioning off. I think this is a bankruptcy auction. A lot of these are every one of these is a separate LLC, blah blah blah. Um, so here's a big Cartner line right here. Um, I'd be curious to see how this ends up later down the road, but that's not really what got caught my interest. Um, because here's a blow molder. I don't know. They probably, um, if you got specialty packaging, you're gonna have um, that in your you got to have a machine there in line to knock it out so you can package it, move it on down the line. Um, they got some high end air compressors here. Um, there's another blow molder, overhead crane. Okay, right here, that's an overhead crane. Okay. Here's dust collectors. So I've used these along the way. Your problem is like in pharmaceutical companies, um, your problem is that when you start a batch of whatever. So I worked here in Cincinnati, and we made hormone replacement, we made birth control, and some other things. Your problem is that when you start a process. you've only got so many spots that you can actually stop at without an issue, right? So, it's kind of like, well, if my car will make it to the gas station to get gas, or to the repair shop or to home, I'm okay. And so it's that in between stuff. So, or if you're getting ready, you got to run this thing today because you've already. So we had these fluid beds, right? And we had tablet presses and coders and stuff. And we had a guy, and his job was to schedule everything, right? And so, if you got something, uh, so we had actives, right? And you had ingredients, and oh man, we got to run this on this date because we got to get it through the system because the active has to be added before the testing expires because you run testing in the lab, and they give you only so long to get this stuff, these raw materials in processed, right? They have to be actually put into the tablets or whatever, right? Um, and so when you have things that go wrong, you have things that go wrong, and you have to have a solution right away. So, they used to make phone. I'm telling you, they used to get up there and make phone calls. I mean, they didn't care. We would truck stuff in from all over the U.S., overnight it if we had to, get whatever it took because the money that was going to be lost in downtime and your potential loss of sales and just straight up the loss of raw materials. So, things like um, this dust collector here, that was good. Um, uh, Label printer. All right, these are cool. Um, let's see if that. Um, these things are usually not like your label printers. Things like these have to, like for us, they would have to be qualified not majorly, uh, but um, so here's another dust collector. That puppy looks kind of big. Um, yep, that's a 460, right? I don't. Um, that's a big puppy right there, but when people need this stuff, they need it, and that's your issue in in the pharmaceutical business, and you're willing to pay a very actually I've seen people I've seen them spend so much money on things because the need was there. Okay, here you go. Here's a nice little lift. Here's another industrial vacuum cleaner, right? Let's just look at this. I'm not going to pull this up, but I just want to see um, what this sucker cost. All right, clean dot $10,000, people. Okay, look at this sucker, $10,000. Okay, so let me ask you this: if you could pick this up for $300 to $400, and you can find somebody in need, you can tell them, look, man, here's my price. It runs whatever. You got to come pick it up. I'll work with you. Oh, you know what? Yeah, for $3,000, I'll put it on my truck and bring it to you tomorrow. How about that? Okay, so you have to in your mind, you have to be creative. Um, uh, sorry, I was just Bid Spotter. Okay, I got it. It's on Bid Spotter. All right. Okay, silos. Yeah, yeah. Good luck with that puppy. Here's a aerial lift right there, man. I'm guessing everything starts at 50 bucks. Okay, drum lifts, um, cart carton folder. Here's another. Okay, here. Let's just look at this real quick here. So this one here, okay, so you got one on eBay and it is $2,000 and probably okay, so they offer local pickups. So that's that's just good to know, right? That's just good to know. So you go snatch these puppies. Here's another. Look at Neil Fisk 118 vacuum. Okay. That's pretty beat up there for 750. Um, whereas this one here looks like it's got more. This one looks better. So, okay. So you do have to keep in mind that you're going to go on eBay or whatever and check out the pricings. This is used. Okay. So there's more of the inkjet printers. Um, those suckers are cool. They got to be, I mean, they're fickle, but that's what they are. Check weighers. Check weighers cost big money. Let's see. Metler. Okay. Well, they couldn't find that one. Okay, I didn't do it right. Huh. Operator error. Right? It always is. Okay. Aaron equipment. Okay. So new, I guess these are 16,000 and there's one listed. Nope, it's sold. Um so this has that this has the line, the inline that's obviously made to go, you know, it's made to be sold as a whole. Looks like it's a solid 4 foot long. Um can't imagine what it went for. Let's see here. Sold. Sell us yours. Okay, I'm just trying to find one here. They're all sold, people. Let me. Do you not understand that? Everybody's got a used one, has sold it. Westlake Packaging, Checkweighers. Uh 16,000 in the UK, but I'm guessing that that's a new price. From Metler, you got to get a quote, bid on equipment. Let's see here. This thing was listed 16. All right. So here, let me just so this one here, obviously it's got some differences to it, but this one right here, $16,000. So uh just oops, let me get back here. $16,000. Okay. They're hard to get. So, if you could pop this thing for a few $100, go down, sell it. So, honestly, I'm gonna be uh bidding opens 24th. This stuff opens Monday. I'm going to be checking this out. So if I have to go down there, depending on what I'll get me a little U-Haul trailer. I'll get me a winch. I'll just take me some big old ratchet straps and ratchet that whole trust me, I can I mean, these aren't that heavy, they're delicate, okay? So, I will find a way to take and throw this in a storage unit, and when somebody says, "Hey, I need it," then I'm just gonna make sure that I'm able to cover my expenses, on top of my profit because, everybody else, you're gonna the I don't shipping's not gonna be included because basically you're going to need to build a custom crate. So, oh, you want me to go get some spray foam, um, fill it up or wrap it, foam it, and build you a crate around this pallet. Okay, think about that. That's just the truth. All right, moving on. A drum transporter, another vacuum. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay. All right. So right here, um, so they have some pallets, and in them is a diaphragm pump. Okay. Now they're used for liquids. Okay. Basically you got a mixing tank, and now you need to further process or pump it over to some kind of deposit or something like that, right? And you um it's you got to have quality because you can't disconnect these things because if you got stuff, you're not going to find out it's not working until you need it, until you got stuff in your mixer. So if you got, so we use these things with our waffle batters and pancake batters at a place called DeWaffle Bakers in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's a cool place. So DeWaffleBaker.com. You can buy them at Kroger, right? They're not sponsoring me, but I used to work there, and the waffles were they were like look like a toasted strawberry shortcake waffle, right? Really cool things. And then they made some awesome pancakes. I'm telling you, the pancakes were the best. Uh, Plain blueberry, and I think they made chocolate chips, some chocolate. And we use these things, and I'm telling you what, you had to um if you had back pressure on this thing, if you didn't have so when you do these things, you got the valves down line, and you can, like, if you're cleaning and all this stuff, you can open and close these valves for various purposes. And if you put back pressure on, I mean, this thing is like a grenade. Okay. And this puppy here, I looked this up, and let me all right, here you go. Okay. All right. So okay, the retail on this thing is $11,000. Hello? It's $11,000. Now, um, okay, this is 38 inches tall and 24 inches wide, by probably the same, right? So, and if you go in, um, and of course the weight here says 200, uh, yeah, 260 pounds. Okay, so if you've got a good dolly, then you know that you're going to be able to take this box, pop it on the dolly, and wheel it out back and put it on the trailer and go. Okay, um, trust me. I yes, I mean, I am not your. I'm not. You're not going to see me on the shipping wars, right? You're not going to see me on there, but you will see me out doing doing some calculations in my head to see if something is doable, and I'm quick to say no. Okay. I've got my truck and trailer and all of that. But you want to look at this for a second. Okay. This here, oops, sorry. Look at so there are 2 on a pallet, right? So you're not getting yeah, so there's 2 on a pallet. So I'm not sure how this is actually going, but there's 2 on a pallet. So you you can, a pallet's 40 by 48. So you're saying if this is the length of it, the max is going to be, let's say half of that. It's either going to be 20 or 24 inches at the biggest, right? Because you can see gaps on the sides of the pallet. All right. You gotta stop and use your brain for a little bit. Um let's get off of here. Um So if you go in and look at these other palettes, now it looks like they're just showing this, they're showing the same one. All right. So they have 4 of these things, which there's 2 pallets. And so your total value with those 4 items is about $45,000. And the thing is that this is a pharmaceutical company, right? Or a manufacturer facility. They're these things are not restricted to them, and that's what I've seen these things. Okay, so I guess in another auction there's tablet presses and there's all this other stuff. Okay, I don't care about those things. All right. Like this right here, dual roll powered unwind. So basically if you need so if you're printing your own labels, you got to have a beginning and end. And then as the labels get printed, depending on what you've got, now they're backwards. So how they're going to fit in line. Okay, so we got to rewind them, right? So this here has no value for me because while they're important, I've seen people, they got manual winders, shrink heat tunnel. Those are cool. Bit bulky, not for me. General purpose transformer. No, thank you. Diverter with base. Airflow systems portable dust collector. Let me tell you something. That's got value, right? Uh, and I say it's got value in the sense that, um, when people who use these things, they've got sensitive manufacturing practices, and oh, I don't see much on them. I've seen these, but now you're not seeing prices, and that's your problem. Is with some of these things, you're just gonna have to, um, you're gonna have to register to find out the deal. See, get a quote, because a lot of times you'll get this little price in here. So I don't have time to register to see this, but There's value for this when it's needed. It's needed. Tape case sealers. Nope. Um, everybody's got them. All right. So this here, PK blenders. We would, we had some products we would use these for. Um, I can't. Looks like it's maybe uh 20 cubic foot. Right. It doesn't say. Um, well, I guess it would. We call it. So these were called PKs. Um, the label. Okay, working capacity is 10 cubic foot. So it's a PK 10, right? Um, and basically you put your powders in them and they tumble and mix it up. And we would pull samples. We would do our final blends in here. Usually at the end, we would add the mag stearate for compression, and right before it went into compression, you would add that in, mix it up for 2 minutes, let it all get lubricated. I don't know the value of them, but these companies are always looking. If they want to do some R&D work, they want something cheap, but you pay 5 grand for something and then 10 grand to ship it, but that's just how it is. If you need it, you need it. You got a guy that'll throw it on a trailer and strap it down and bring it to you. You're going to qualify it real quick, and as long as it does what it says, you're in business. Motors. You know, these ain't pretty, folks. Let's not lie. They've probably been taken out of service to be serviced and just not gotten. Um, Now here, obviously, you've got boxes. So I would be as a 60 hertz motor, weighs 150 pounds. Baldor. These here would be, you know, um, they would be money, but they're heavy. All right. These here, yeah, not happening. Of course, here you go. Here's some other motors. I was looking them up. I didn't find much. Um, so yeah, so I'm kind of out on that. Really, it's just they're heavy, and it's really not okay. Here's a weight checker, a Sheeta. Okay, here's a brand new air compressor, air dryer. My bad, air dryer. Stainless steel heated mixing holding tank, whatever it is, right? If it's heated, it's going to have some kind of mix, some kind of scraper blade. And here you've got a some kind of blower. Forgive me, I cook. All right, well, I'll take their word for it, right? Uh, Drum transporter. Here's another. There's a portable one. We used to use things like this for coating solutions, right? Uh, See here. Here's your mixer right here. There's your mixer, and you have to use a hoist to get that sucker in, and then you put the blade on and you strap it down in there. Man, that sucker is that's a turd and a half. Let me tell you. Uh, um, just wow. But those are money, and if you got them and somebody needs them, um, I'm not sure what they cost. Now, these things are usually run on air. Okay, these are usually pneumatic. So um, it's easier to shut the air on and off than it is the electric. Um, that's just the truth. All of ours were airline. So you didn't have to worry about getting shocked as bad. Um, Another metal detector, pallet lift. Here you go. Here's another portable dust collector. Another dust collector, new, steel crated. And of course, here, this is what I saw that really, really, okay, um, let me show you these real quick. These are cool. Um, these, they got a weird bend at the bottom, but I'm not sure this place made, but this is kind of a standard, so you can put them on lifts. Use the big valve, to open it up, and you can see like right here, them markings. Looks like right here is from beating it with a hammer. All right, that's probably the truth because sometimes the stuff gets wedged. Usually powders. You can't have sludge. It's got to it's you got too much viscosity. It ain't gonna flow. So it's either gonna usually put you're gonna put a big liquid's gonna stay in a liquid holding tank. These are usually gonna be powders. Cone Craft. I forgot who we used, but basically the pharmaceuticals all kind of went. They all, years ago they started standardizing things and putting it out there. That way, everything wasn't just totally custom for companies. You know, and then you could get they could honestly it just made it cheaper. Okay, shipping containers. All right, and a big trash compactor. Wow, so this is a big puppy right here. Um, this is just huge. Hang on, I can't get. Oops, sorry, wrong screen. Um, this stuff is just huge. Okay. Um, it is. It's just huge. All right. Let's see what else we got here. It's 11:30 here my time. So doors of our these are estate sales. I'm not doing that. Okay. Well, those are sales. Oops. Let me uh coming soon. March 25th. No, doesn't. This one's just frustrating. Orbit bid. Okay. Um, so these guys are out of Michigan. So a lot of so here you got one in the Shelby Township, Fremont, Rockford, um, Spice Bush, um, a tooling company, a state auction. All right, this is in West Branch. Uh, West Branch. Ah, I've been there a couple of times, but I forget. Contractor Supply of Michigan batched floors. Complete liquidation. All right. No. Where's the enter auction button? Coming soon. Okay, this one's not. Let me. Nah, that's just their. All right, let's see what this one here is. Uh, oh, come on, people. Nope. Well, what do they have? Because this one doesn't actually show. Okay, ends next month. Okay, so we gotta find something closer. What you got here? Okay, all right, here you go. Okay, so bidding is open on these things, and it technically, I hate this crap because they're using on. So you're looking at on a real screen. They're just taking away your screen. It's you suck. Okay, so 49 items. Okay. Oh man, that's an old cool tractor. I like that. Nobody's bid yet. So it doesn't see, so here's the thing. When you're looking at these things, you gotta look and see, does it say, is there a reserve? Okay. I don't see a reserve. Okay. So here you got, man, somebody's got a nice Harley. That's just um okay, yeah, that's a forklift. Uh okay, rotary cutter. Okay, you big mower, big field mower. Tractor weights. And I hate this because almost half of my screen is they suck. This is a blueberry picker. You never seen a blueberry picker? Now you have. Go figure, right? Um a blueberry picker. Wow. Um floor scale, settling. That's an old, wow, Buffalo drill press. Now I'm not a drill press aficionado, so don't, you know. Um, tools. Okay, so this is important. All right, this is the I gotta pay attention thing. Um, includes contents. Okay, so what's in here is what you're getting. So you got a quarter drill, you got a big I mean, that's a big pipe wrench. Um, you got some nice, yeah, you got a couple $100 in tools. Um, okay, so it's just that one. Welding table. No, thank you. Ooh, that's a nice air compressor. Toolbox. Got your little DeWalt speaker. Now wait a minute, I'm seeing a trailer tire. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my secondary screen. I guess I'm gonna be better off. I can't really see it on that screen. Okay, here's a diamond plate, 60 inches long. Wow, that's a big puppy. Dock plate. Huh. Man, there was a little trailer tire like a Harbor Freight job, and I don't see it. Oh, and of course, here they got me. I hate this crap. I forgot. Where was that trailer at? Oh man, they didn't put the good trailer that I would want. Man, that's a big puppy. Wow. 35 footer. Wow. Huh. Now, like I say, I did not see um reserves listed, so this is all going for what it goes for. All right? That's important in this business. What it's going for. All right. Michigan Lawn and Snow complete. Oh, forgot they didn't. Be right back. All right, guys. So this is well, actually, I'm sorry, I did not say this is Medima's Orbit Bid. So it's orbitbid.com and they're a contractor on there. So it's a way of getting in the business and you get free use of all the current bidders, but you pay a price for that. It just depends 10, 15%, somewhere around, I don't know. They may just go with a monthly flat fee. I don't know. Anyway, so okay, this isn't what they don't have it up yet. All right, so there's a nice box truck, a livery truck. Looks like a Ford Super Duty. Some heavy end equipment, several trailers. Oh my God, several trailers. Man, like all them little Vinos trailers right there. And so, I mean, they may have some of this stuff up for sale because they can always yank it at the last minute. But odds are, that they're just gonna move it out. Unfortunately, a lot of that's not very clear. Just the pictures don't enlarge here unless you actually go in and do it. Fertilizer. Oh, I'm looking at okay, I gotta look at this. Okay, tools right here, people. Right here. This is it. This is what you want right here. You want these tools. Man, look at this tool stuff here. Here's a what is this? Oh no, they look like a welder almost. Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, I see. We can just zip through. Look at that. You got all these trailers right here, right? Look at that. Um I'm guessing I don't forgive me, I don't know all the names of the equipment. Man, those man, that sucker will kill you in a minute. Um, Look at those trucks. One, two, three, four. Man, a whole slew of trucks. The landscape. It's a big landscape. Oh man, that would be mm, nice trailers. Nice more trailers. Unfortunately, outside of a couple of those trailers, stuff this might not be for me. I do like the snow blowers. Those are cool. Yeah, that would flip my truck over. All right. Spreaders. There you go. That's some nice lawn equipment. Nice tampers. There you go. All right, I'm not interested in none of that. Yeah, that office stuff is junk. All right. A lot of pictures, so it'd be nice once they get things organized on here. Uh all right, let's see what else they got real quick. We'll give us just a minute more. Because these guys are in Rockford, Michigan, 4-9. Or excuse me. Okay, they got this at two locations. Wow. Rockford and Bryan Center, 49315 and 341. Uh, not doing Wisconsin stuff. Okay, well, here, you know what? This is another Shelby Township. All right, what you got here? Got some nice trailers. Snow blowers. Got a spray unit. $150 per page. Come on, people. Let's not waste our time. Oh, let's see here. No. Okay. Hey, I mean, you got some concrete saws, steel. I mean, obviously that's a top brand. Tools. Well, somewhat tools. Uh Survey lights. Bosch. Bosch, Bosch, Bosch. Good thing to have. Well, there's some big snow blowers right there. Some big Gravely. Huh. Okay. There you go. Look at them trailers, buddy. What we talking about? Double axle. Looking at that. That's okay. So you got a single and you got two doubles. I'm gonna guess that there is a 20-foot trailer. Looking at it, I'm gonna say 20 foot. Uh, Ladders, 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 ladders. All we need is more ladders, right? 1,400-gallon tank. Missing the lid. I think you could work with that, right? Pole driver. Okay, guys. Um, it's unfortunately, I don't have a big Super Duty with a big fat trailer and all that stuff. So, not all this stuff fits me. But that's when you gotta know your lane. The big boys, they can step down to my level and go in and take my stuff. Oh, here, man, I like this Ford F-350. I like that puppy. Looks nice right there, man. They got another 250, 250. Here you go, a 2012 Ford Focus. And of course, a 2010. That one looks like it's got some damage right there. That's been hit right there, buddy. And it's got Michigan rust on the fender well. That's right, buddy. Um, okay, so on the vehicles, you're gonna have an extra 150 bucks. 13% bidders premium. Okay. Not surprised, right? Because you're all smart auction bidders. Let's see, where were we? All right, looking at the trucks here, the cars. Oh, they got two cars. Didn't see that. A 97. Ah, okay. All right, guys. I appreciate your time. We'll get back on another day. I'm learning how to do this live streaming, and I've just had to figure out my mic was getting muffled. I just had some settings that were wrong. So hopefully we're gonna just be doing this live stream, and then later on I can break down the pieces. And you guys that are thinking about auctions, you wanna follow Tiger Auctions here, okay? You wanna follow me, and I'm slowly, I've got to find the ones I like, because a lot of stuff, if they're just selling hangers, socks, stuff like, I want stuff that's got good resale that the guy, honestly, you got to have an SUV, be able to pull a little trailer, something, just sitting around your little compact car, y the only thing you're gonna sell is air, okay? So, that's why, I don't know. I think I'm just the guy to do this at this time, right? That's what I believe. Let's get out of here. All right, guys. So, yeah, just click on. I'm trying to do live here a couple days a week. Usually for me, it's gonna be in the morning. I might do something at night here, but Uh, but afterwards, when I get done, uh, excuse me, this doesn't allow me to go in and, um, when I'm straight, it doesn't allow me to go in and type in who I'm talking about or whatever. But I can do that after I get done. I can go back and do some edits. So, anyway, I want to thank you, and we'll see you in the next round. All right.